this side. We need you on the other side, because by you playing right now, we can't hear the instructions from Coach Alfred.
Probably what they're saying. I think a lot of that gets dictated by tournament director in terms of where the bands are positioned based upon where the team is playing.
But Charles, you have to recognize the situation. You can't be playing at full throttle right next to your team's bench while they're trying to plot.
Oh, I understand. I hear your argument. But for some reason, they were directed to that end of the floor.
Oh, gotcha.
We saw them coming in to our left.
Got you.
Yeah.
So I'm agreeing with you. You know I'm agreeing with you, right?
Hard to tell sometimes.
Well, Charles, you've been a little sensitive, Charles, here in this one. You know,
well, if it's not full-throated from you, I got to dig through the weeds to see, is this guy saying yes or no, right?
Oh, Charles.
Let's agree that the play is set to resume here.
I agree with you.
All right, inbound pass and taken away by Scheider. That'll lead to a run out. Here's Martin. He'll leave it behind for Johnson. And Clark Atlanta, after the timeout, they deliver a big blow there.
The law firm of Martin and Johnson.
Oh,
Charles,
yeah.
That was very nice of the young man, Martin, to jump that off to his teammate.
Yeah, did give it up freely, didn't he? Because Martin had a lane as well. In the corner, jumper. That one's going to be off the mark by Walker. Rebound, though, to Whitehurst. He'll come out behind the arc, lets the defense fly by, and resets it out front to Pittman. And we go down to 1:26 left.
Pittman saying, get out of my way. I'm going to work.
There he is behind the arc for three. Oh, yeah, for Pittman.
Get out of my way. Give me a little room up in here. I'm going to work.
Yeah, you think I'm going out behind the arc. Knocked it down.
31 points, Charles. 31.
67 seconds remains. 3-point differential. Darnell Evans, the senior from Clark Atlanta, guarded by Whitehurst for LeMoyne-Owen.
Charles, if you're LeMoyne-Owen, you've got to play tight defense and do not foul late in the possession.
Scheider got free at the block, muscled it in, missed on the shot, rebounds, chased down, and Malik got it for LeMoyne-Owen with 44 seconds left. Pittman comes across the timeline. We'll see if they get a timeout here. Got an injured Magician down there as Whitehurst laying prone right there in front of the scorer's table on the other side. Came down the floor. I think he may have caught a cramp.
Yep, that's exactly what it is, Charles. It's his left leg.
And they attend to him just near the LeMoyne bench.
Yeah, Charles, you got to bend that thing back. I'll tell you from experience, you ever get some of those leg cramps, Charles?
Once.
No? Come on, Charles.
I'm prone to cramps. I don't know why.
One time?
One time, I recall. Yeah.
You don't have the pickle juice next to the bed just in case you get a crimp?
I've had it one time. So.
Okay. Well, Charles,
I'll be just wasting pickle juice.
I keep pickle juice next to in the bedroom, Charles. Because sometimes you'll catch a cramp.
I got you. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Charles, sometimes I think we live two completely different worlds.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, we are different people, so that tends to happen a lot.
Well, not to minimize the severity of the situation here, but as for Whitehurst, you're glad to see that it's at least a cramp and nothing more serious than that.
Good call. Nice on that. Yeah. 39 seconds remains. Clark Atlanta with a 57-54 lead over the Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen College. Quarterfinal play. Another one coming your way after this one.
And Charles, how about their leader, Pittman, stepping up to the plate with everything on the line, leading the team in points, leading the team in steals, leading the team in minutes played, leading the team in assists, leading the team in free throw percentage, leading the team in three-point percentage. I mean, he does it all, Charles. And to step up when it counts and tell everybody, hey, look, get out of the way, I got it, that is leadership right there, right in the middle of your screen. We're in jersey number 0.
Nice call on that. Looking at his numbers from this ball game, it's exactly the same thing you're talking about, leading them in scoring, second in rebounding, but he's leading them in assists, and he's leading them from the free throw line and leading them from behind the arc. So quality players do it night in and night out, and he drains a three-pointer there with Johnson headed out defensively.
Oh, Charles, when you rewound that video, I thought that was actually live. I thought he was actually stepping forward after the make, like he made the shot on the step back, and then on the good foot just hopped a couple times forward. just for show, like whap, and then getting back on defense. Let's see. Oh, he does, Charles. He does do that.
Yeah, you mentioned that. As a matter of fact, when he did that he was coming back to his left. Officials had come over to take a look at something in terms of that last play. I don't know if it was an adjustment to the shot, to the game clock. That's at the.
They're trying to let him know, Charles. A little T.I. playing in the background, Atlanta's own. Charles, a quick story about T.I. before we get to this break. Do you know that song was actually recorded in the Atlantic Ocean down near Miami on Pharrell's yacht? T.I. was picked up by a small boat and taken to a big yacht in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean to record that song.
Okay. You got a brain dump going there? Go on. Okay. Wow. Leving kicks it in the corner and they throw it out of bounds.
Charles, golden opportunity lost there. So now you got to refocus, Charles. You got to get back into it. And you're thinking 2 plays ahead. So right now you've got to go for the steal, but you got to put pressure. It's just a one-possession ball game, Charles. So realistically, you can play the whole possession just without fouling, just playing rock-solid defense here.
Jared Washington to inbound it for Clark Atlanta in the backcourt.
Both teams are in the double bonus, too, so we're shooting free throws. Got to get it in.
Got it in to Scheider. And they're going to try to foul him right away, and they do.
There you go. You can't get the steal, commit the foul right away.
So that'll send him to the free throw line on the other end of the floor for Clark Atlanta. And Scheider, 3 of 6 shooting from the free throw line for CAU.
Charles, Andre Walker pointed to his own player and said, that wasn't me, that was him. That was 15.
Did they give it to Walker?
No, they gave it to 15. They gave it to Malik, I do believe.
So Scheider at the line shooting free throws, and rims that first one good for Clark Atlanta.
And we talked about big players coming up when necessary. Scheider's the leading scorer for CAU. Pressure situation, he's at the line, and he knocked the first one down.
Makes it a little more challenging for LeMoyne now with a deficit of 4 and possibly 5 as Scheider hits that second free throw. So now they've got to get a basket and then, like you say, play for a foul. On a weave, they got to hurry. Jumper way out front. This one's off the mark. Rebound at the block. Martin had it, lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with LeMoyne-Owen.
I understand Andre Walker trying to take that shot, but you've got to try to get the ball in the hands of your hot man, and that's Pittman. You want to live or die with that.
Yeah, he went quickly in that sequence. Now they got it. Pittman in the corner. Jumper, three-pointer, front of the iron by him. How about Scheider there, making a big rebounding effort there on the inside for Clark Atlanta.
I'm going to live with that, Charles. I want that man taking the shot right there that just took it.
Sure. Got it.
And listen, he may have even gotten clipped on that play. I'm not a conspiracy theorist person or nothing like that, but that's the guy who I want to have the basketball. Watch this closely. I think he may have been clipped here, Charles. Oh.
Down in that corner. Did kind of fall awkwardly after. You should take a better look at it here.
Let's see.
No, actually, he caused the clip.
Yeah, he caused the clip because he stuck his right foot up.
Sure.
And even though that's part of his natural motion, you can't call a foul on that. Excellent no call.
So on the other end, it's Jaden Scheider again shooting free throws. This time he missed on the first.
8.7 seconds left. So if you're CAU, if he misses, you don't want to foul. If you're LeMoyne-Owen, you want to get the ball up as quickly as possible to score.
Scheider on the second, rimmed that one as well. May have a violation here. We'll see. It's going the other way.
Ooh, Charles, let's see where they place this basketball. The ball might be at the what am I trying to say here? Underneath the basket.
Yeah, it looks like that's where they will have it to inbound it. So they'll have to go to length of the floor. Pittman set to do that. They got to hurry now. Kick out in the corner. Leving with the jumper. Missed it, and that'll bring this to an end. Magicians had a couple of opportunities there late in the ball game. Just not able to catch up as Clark Atlanta wins it 59-52-54. And then they will go on to the semifinal matchup with Tuskegee on Friday right here in the arena at South Lake.
Well, Charles, this game pretty much played out the way you may have expected it to. It wasn't going to be easy as both teams, very, very good defensive teams, and we saw evidence of that not only in the first half, but as the teams even started to score more. You see now it's 59-54 the score. Both teams underneath their scoring averages. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the CAU Panthers that move on.
Yeah, we thought it would be a defensive struggle. You referenced the numbers. They are lower than their season averages in terms of scoring. But Clark Atlanta able to keep control of this basketball game, even when Kane and Evans were off the floor with the fouls. They were able to maintain a lead and kept that as they push on into the quarterfinals against the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. So it's a Clark Atlanta celebration here at courtside as they push on. They defeat the Magicians for the third time this season. And Clark Atlanta, congratulations to them, getting Coach Jordan's attention. He's going to come over and give us a couple of words after he separates from his team.
And Charles, I got to mention this, Charles. It's always good for business when the home team, CAU Panthers, can win. And Charles, the CAU band arrived just in time for the party, did they not?
Right, it might have been just timing it on campus, right?
Mission fulfilled.
There you go, right. So the Panthers advance. They defeat LeMoyne-Owen. They'll meet Tuskegee here Friday. Tuskegee winners over Benedict on yesterday in quarterfinal action, 70-53. So they'll meet with Clark Atlanta. Morehouse will wait the winner of our next quarterfinal ball game. It'll be the Golden Bears of Miles College and Savannah State University getting set for our final quarterfinal matchup. To let you know, we'll have all the brackets settled for semifinal play on tomorrow after this final ball game. But before we get to that, we're waiting on head coach Alfred Jordan to join us here at sideline or at our scores table. Making his way in, still peering over there, trying to make sure that his players get back to the locker room. And after that win over the Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen.
I know I'm trying to get my sin in my
So Coach Jordan joining us too, doing some last minute looking over here, checking the logistics, making sure that everybody departs the floor okay after a win over the Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen. Coach, thanks for joining us here after the ball game.
Thank you.
Both teams noted for their defense. You're number 2, they were number 3. We thought it would be a defensive struggle, and it worked out that way for most of the ball game. But when your team needed offense, they found it.
Yeah, we pride ourselves on the defensive end because we know that if you get a stop, you can play fast. And we want to play fast so that we don't have to really play in the half court. And you can't play in fast if you don't get stops. So, we buckled down, and once we buckled down, started getting stops, it opened up transition for us. And then in transition, we was able to get to the basket, get some fouls, make some free throws, and it opened it up for our shooters. We've been off since last Monday, and as you can see, we had to get the jitters out. I always say that first game is always the toughest game in the tournament, and hats off to LeMoyne-Owen. I think Coach did a hell of a job. They picked him to be 6th. He finished 3rd.
Right.
Both times we played, it was a 1-point game at my house. It was a 2-point game at his house. After we played, I told him, I said, I'll see you in the quarterfinals. And what he's done with that program, I definitely want to give him his flowers.
Indeed. Good call on that, Coach.
Coach, I had to relook at the stats where I saw the in-conference. Kyrie Kane had 91 blocks. I just knew it was a statistical error. What role has he played with the club so far this year? And how important was him being missing from the lineup when LeMoyne came back to make that big charge?
Well, I got to give props to Jaden Martin, number 20, somebody that's been waiting his turn the whole year, that went from in the beginning of the year playing spot minutes, because a lot of people don't realize this. I had 12 new guys this year.
Wow.
And, with Morehouse, what they did and what Tuskegee did, we kind of went under the radar, which made it even easier for us, because a lot of people also don't know we had the most Division II wins in the conference.
That's right.
Yes, that's
right. And so what Coach Dixon did at Morehouse and the Coach of the Year, Benji Taylor, did at Tuskegee, it allowed us to fly under the radar. And it also allowed us to start to gel and for guys to find their role. And if you heard any of my interviews this whole year, the one thing that I always said was, we're going to figure it out together. And now as a team, we're starting to figure it out together. And, you know, Jaden Martin is one of those guys that I tell Kyrie and Shida, y'all go ahead and don't do what I want. I'm perfectly fine with putting him in the game and allowing him to play.
Yeah.
But, you know, Kyrie Kane, you know, I love him to death. His backstory past basketball is something special.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I'm just happy to have him on my team. He may get on my nerves Monday through Friday.
Well,
but there's nobody else I'd rather have on my team on Saturday.
Well, Coach, I got to ask you a question. You got to be honest with me.
Yes, sir.
I saw Kyrie with the basketball, not Kyrie Irving, but you're Kyrie. And he spotted up to shoot what looked like it was going to be a three-point basket. And I thought I saw you over there saying, no, no, no. And then after he made it, said, yes, yes, yes. Did I? Are you going to plead the fifth, or is it fourth or fifth?
So when Kyrie started with us 2 years ago, he really didn't have much with him offensively. And so I challenged him since he's been with us to find something that you can do to help us. And he has been making threes. But within making threes, I'm starting to teach him time and possession. When's the right time to take them and when's the wrong time to take them.
Right.
The first half, they got to guard you honestly. Second half, kick the ball out. Let's run the offense. It's a hero-villain shot.
Got it.
He was a hero that time.
Right.
Because he knew if he would have missed it, Jaden Martin, Mr. Reliable, he would have been at the table.
Right. So the question is, back to the question, did I hear you, Coach, say no, 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 then yes? You can be honest.
No, I was speaking Spanish. I was saying uno, one shot, uno.
Just one, right?
Yeah, uno.
But there was a period in this ball game where it came down to your coaching strategy that allowed you to keep that lead.
Yes,
That's
sir.
when Kyrie and Darnell were off the floor with the fouls,
Yes,
and
sir.
you had to keep that situation. And I know you didn't want to lose that lead at that point.
Yes,
and
sir.
you got some subs on the floor. Wonderful job of working through that situation.
I appreciate it.
When they're off the floor, you're talking about Martin, but what are you looking to for these other players that are part of this new dimension of Clark Atlanta basketball with these new players?
So I tell our guys all the time, our second five, to me, can battle with anybody's first five. And the way we challenge each other every day in practice, I have so much confidence on everybody. And, you know, Peyton Weathersby, Najee Cologne, those guys, Kalen White, Sam Cody, they wait their turn.
Yes.
And so when you practice hard, because I'm a preparation guy, I tell my guys all the time, if you can't show me in practice, I can't play you. But they've grown to understand that you got to bring it every day in practice. And so when we get in foul trouble, I'm not panicking. I know that those guys are trained for this, and, you know, I had to remind them we've been here before.
Yeah.
The whole year we've been battling. We went on a 9-game winning streak where I thought it was just better talent, no disrespect to other teams.
Understood.
But when we started to win the last few in a row, we started to win it being a better basketball team and starting to understand each other and figure each other out.
Well, you talk about a better basketball team, understanding your team. You're going to have a challenge here in the semifinals against Tuskegee. Your thoughts about that ball game and going into the semis?
So selfishly, I have this one circled on my calendar because of 365 days ago, the way we lost the game. It was the way we lost the game. Coach Benji does a great job. Probably in the last 2 weeks, we done talked about 2 or 3 times a day. And the way my team lost last year, I felt like we were punked.
Wow.
It wasn't about X's and O's. I felt that Tuskegee understood what was at stake, and they took it from us. And it was something that I never wanted to see from a Coach Jordan-led team. And I'm looking forward to the chance to going up against the Coach of the Year. I'm looking forward for the Defensive Player of the Year to go against the Player of the Year.
And that's going to be a great matchup.
And, you know, Coach Taylor, he's a vet. I call him. I still get advice from him. And it's Daniel's son versus Mr. Miyagi.
Oh.
And so, you know, I'm ready to wax on, wax off.
Oh, okay.
Nice, Coach.
Coach Alfred getting ready for tax time. He's keeping receipts, Charles. He's keeping receipts.
Got to. But, you know, serious, though, what Tuskegee has done this year, not only in the conference, but they're also helping the SIAC by getting ranked in the region, because it's so hard for us to get multiple teams in the Southeast region. And we beat up on each other so much, and then the regional rankings come out, and they're only 8, we're number 9, Morehouse is 10, and we really feel like, as a conference, if we had the chance to play against these other teams and they actually scheduled games and came to our gyms and played against us, it would be a different story. You know, I had 21 wins, and in the region, it was the fifth most wins in the entire region. But the way they rank us is so unfair. So, you know, Benji single-handedly carried us, him and his team, and they fought for us and got the respect. And, you know, tomorrow, number 8 and number 9 plays against each other. And, you know, it's going to be a good battle. But I just wish we was, as a conference, a little bit more respected in the South region.
Well,
Keep doing what you're doing.
Indeed.
You'll be respected.
About to say, you
Yes,
and the
sir.
other coaches, the way you're handling the programs, the way you're winning ball games, that's going to come.
Yes,
So you
sir.
got semis tomorrow against Tuskegee. You win it tonight here in the quarterfinals. Congratulations, Coach. We'll
Yes,
see
sir.
you right back here tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys so much.
Head Coach Alfred
Thank you,
Jordan
Coach.
Yep,
of the
thank you.
Panthers of Clark Atlanta to get the work done here in the quarterfinal matchup against the Magicians of LeMoyne-Owen. They'll push on to the quarterfinals tomorrow against Tuskegee. We've got one more quarterfinal ball game coming your way, and that'll be just ahead here on ESPN+.